Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Call Me Other Podcast. This is your host, One and Only Faith. I hope everyone is having a great start to their week. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am off to the races already. This episode is going to be a little short because I plan on doing 2 episodes this week. I wanted to go back and do a true crime episode on something that I saw. So we're going to do a 2-for-1 special this week. Hopefully, God willing, I should be able to do that. But I just wanted to check in on you guys and make sure everyone was good. I also wanted to say, for work, I'm not sure if a lot of people know, but I work in the news industry. And something that I've been seeing a lot is that people always ask this, like, why didn't I see this on the news? Why wasn't this on the news? Why wasn't this on the news? And as someone who works in the news industry, I want you to know I feel attacked. There is a difference, right, between network and affiliates. So network is Hoda, Robin Roberts, David Muir, people like that work specifically with network. So network has its own thing going, and then there's affiliates. So like when you work in a specific regions, Green Bay, Beaumont, Texas, Shreveport, Monroe, Louisiana, Miami, Florida, specific regions, they have affiliates, even some in Houston. So there are all these affiliates, right? And when you're an affiliate, your focus is on local news. So you are being told to put up as much local news as possible. So for all those people out there who are just like, why wasn't this on the news? Why wasn't this on the news? If you're watching a local news station, the focus is local. So if you're looking for something specifically to happen, if you're in Texas and you're looking for something that happened in Utah, you can go to CBS.com, ABC.com, and find that story. But as far as you harassing and berating these news stations that are affiliates and that focus on local news and things that happen in our communities, giving you the news that you need, yeah. But everything does get reported, and I hate that that gets mixed up because the only reason why anyone knows any of these stories is because they make the news. I hate when people are just like, that was reported in the news, and like some reporters and anchors get into it with people and are just like, well, where did you see it at? And then they link a website article that's always to a CBS or BuzzFeed or something like that. It's always to a media outlet. That is so bizarre to me, but I just would appreciate if people would stop that behavior. Okay, that would be greatly appreciated. But no, guys, I don't know. Just giving y'all a little tea time because I feel like it's a lot of confusion on what is media and what's not media. So I just wanted to kind of clear the air and kind of make you guys aware, so you guys don't be like, what? Why isn't this? Why am I not seeing this on this and this? It's a reason behind everything. There's a method to the madness. Okay, but no, guys, this episode I wanted to talk about change. This episode, I wanted to talk about change. It is something that I feel like is reoccurring. The only thing that is always happening in life is change. The only thing that's consistent about life is change. And I think that's something that we all need to remember. Something that my mom is always asking me. She's always just like, well, what happened with such and such? Who's this? Da-da-da. You don't talk to such and such anymore? Change. I think sometimes as you change and as you evolve as a person, sometimes you shed layers. And there are people that are there for seasons, and then there are people like your parents who are always going to be there for you and always going to be a part of your life. And I think that it's important that when you're going through seasons of change and that you're going through these, God is shedding all these people from around you and you're losing all this loose skin, it is okay. I think something that we all go through in life is just like accepting that things change. Change is hard to accept because when you get accustomed to something and you get used to something, you don't ever want it to change. But it's bound to happen. And I just want people to know that change is okay. For me in my life, I have moved a lot. In the last 5 years, I've moved 5 times. So change is a reoccurring theme in my life for sure. But even as far as friendships, relationships, all type of aspects of my life, there has been change. And I think accepting that has been somewhat hard for me because I think that there is a part of me that leans towards stability because my parents have provided for stability in me. I lived in the same house for 20 years. Everything about my parents have been married for 28 years. Like everything about my life is stability. So having to get used to change and accepting change is hard. But sometimes you have to be willing to understand that it's all for a greater purpose. The reason why certain people get taken out of our lives, the reason why certain people are a part of our lives is because this is what is for the betterment of your life. And in due time, you'll understand. Sometimes you won't ever understand. But I think if you choose to live in a mind state of pessimisticness, that's just like, oh, I don't mess with people, or I don't want to do this, or da 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 da. But just accepting that it's okay for things to change, for life to change, and that change is a part of a greater evolution of yourself. And there are going to be so many times where you look back at things and you're like, wow, that used to be me, or certain things that you feel like are part of your life story. And you can look back at those memories and cherish them, because as you grow and things change around you, you begin to adapt and understand. Sometimes you have to shed layers and shed people and go through things and go through changes in order to build character. I think if we always got what we wanted in life, then we would have absolutely no type of character, because we just all be spoiled brats running around here and being accustomed to everything going our way. But that's not realistic, and that's not something that God allows to happen in our life. So I just want to just encourage everyone to accept change and let change happen in the best way. I think the way I accept change is just by just always saying this affirmation into my heart: what is for me will not pass me. So anytime I go through big changes in my life and I feel like something is being taken away from me, or I feel like, oh my gosh, but I want to do this, what is for me will not pass me. There's this awesome artist named Tiana, and she has a album and it's all type of affirmations. But I think having that affirmation and just knowing that what is for you will not pass you, but it's all a journey to getting to where you want to be in life, and that as you go through the path of life and the pathways of life, your journey is just imminent and it will happen, and you're going to flow, and it's going to work out for your good. And it's okay to let life happen. I think sometimes we want to be in control, but that's just not the way life is. We can only control what we control, which is literally this little thing called yourself. That's it. That's the only thing you control, but you can't control when you're going to get an opportunity, breakups, friendships, none of that. When all of that changes, just know that it's going to happen. And when it does happen, hey, what is for me will not pass me. What is for me will not pass me. Now, I'm not out here encouraging people that have had a fight or got into it with their boss or whatever to go up and quit your life. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that when things are taken away from you and when things change in your life, it's okay to accept it and know that better is on the way. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about change today, guys. I think it is a necessary thing. It happens to all of us. It's nothing we can control, but hey, all you can do is keep going and stay positive, and don't create problems that you don't have. Don't be thinking down the road about things and thinking too far into things. Stay in the present, be mindful. I've been practicing mindfulness. I've been sucking at my mindfulness journal. It's actually purple. It's a mindfulness journal, and it has been so revolutionary in my life because it allows me to stay present. I think so. My problem is that I think 10 years down the road. I'm thinking 5 years down the road. I'm thinking a month from now, when I just have to live and be in today, because tomorrow's not promised to any of us. So I think that's just necessary part of life. And I think my mindfulness journal has also helped me kind of appreciate my life and kind of has changed me into being more spiritually aware, and also just living for the moment and being aware of the type of person I am. And I think that helps. And there's nothing wrong with other people or how they choose to live their life, but I think it's also nothing wrong with the way you choose to live your life either. If you feel like you're being pulled away from something or something is changing, that's okay. Be mindful of it, be mindful of your feelings, and write them down. I think journaling also helps with change too. That's also key number 2. I think all of those elements kind of help make you a better person, if you will. So, yes, I just want to encourage everyone out there to hang on in there. You're going to be okay. And that change is always going to happen. And to people that wonder why certain things in your life or certain people aren't in your life anymore, or why you aren't a part of something, it's because you've changed. And that's okay. As you changed and as the vision becomes more clear to people, then they will understand. But best believe when God gives us a vision, or the universe gives you a vision, the first person that sees it is you. So God doesn't give visions. I don't have Bethany's vision. I don't have Jalen's vision. I don't have all these people's vision. I only know what God's vision for my life is. And that change can look scary to other people, but for you, when you're mindful and you know what your heart is telling you, it can allow you to accept change and accept the things that you're going through a lot better. So stay mindful, journal, be at peace with yourself, and don't think too far up the road. You can plan out your life all you want to. I promise you, something else will happen. There have been full days I have planned out and nothing worked out. It is okay, guys. It is okay to just let the waves of life carry you. Actually, over this week, I was out on a story, and it was the home and lifestyle experience in Green Bay, whatever. So I met this lady. Her name's Farmer Donna. So Farmer Donna, I just want to say you're an amazing woman. But check this out, what she did for me. She gave me, we were talking about planting and farming. If you would have told me 20 years ago I would be interested in that, or you would have told me 10 years ago I'd be interested in it, I would have said, please, I'm going to be in New York, living the life. But now I stop for things like that. So I'm talking to Farmer Donna, and we're just like chit-chatting, and she was just telling me about all the things she does in farming and about growing food and all those type of things that I now care so much about that I never thought I would. And she gave me, she's like, well, let me give you something before you go. And she gave me a sunflower, and she said, here, I always give out just one seed, because you never know what that plant is going to grow to be. And that is a word for somebody today. You never know what your life is going to truly be. So all you can do is plant those seeds, continue to work, do your due diligence, stay hardworking, stay mindful, stay positive, and know that, hey, the road is winding, and we don't know where it's going to take us. But one thing's for certain, two things for sure, that there is a plan for your life, and that things will always work out for your good. So when you're going through these changes and you're going through this evolution of life, and you're losing friends, losing jobs, losing opportunities, and it feels like the walls are caving in around you, it's all for your good. All for your good. So stay mindful, stay positive, stay uplifted, and just know that everything is going to work out for your betterment. I hope I didn't sound like I was rushing this episode, guys. I really am trying not to, but I know that it's going to be a short episode because I want to do a true crime story, but I wanted to also give some tidbits of personal life and just of expression. And I would also like to talk more about my mindfulness journaling, spirituality, and different things like that. Maybe that'll be next week's episode, especially with it being Good Friday. Good Friday is this Friday, huh? Let me see. Watch I'm wrong. No, I think I'm right, because Easter is on April 2nd. No, Good Friday is April 2nd. So so next week maybe. I think that'll be something good, but it's okay if you're going through things right now. It's all going to work out for your greater good. So stay uplifted during this time, and just know God is going to do it for you. He is going to do it for you. I'm telling you, I've been on this kick, and this I've been listening to lo-fi music. I've been listening to Tiana. I've been just kind of mellowing myself out, because let me tell you, what you're listening to impacts your day. So if you listen to a bunch of raw, aggressive stuff, that's the kind of day you're going to have. So listen to some lo-fi music. Lo-fi has no lyrics in it. It's really like a beat-driven type of music. Lo-fi. It's on Apple. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify, and it just really allows you to clear your mind and just start your day off right. Light a candle. I'm telling y'all. We're going to talk more, though, later, guys. I hope everyone has a good week. Be blessed in abundance. Be kind to one another. Be positive, and know that it's all working out. So stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Peace and love.